Hello world. I'm a software engineer in my mid 40s. I've been working in tech for over 20 years. And in early 2023, two things happened at almost the same time. Massive layoffs started sweeping to the tech industry, and I was preparing to go on dialysis. I had a catheter surgery scheduled for late Jan. The layoff started just before my surgery. And this is my story. Not because I have it all figured out, but because I think a lot of you might be going through something similar. Maybe not dialysis, but something that makes you question everything. Let me take you back to early 2023. The news cycle was full of layoff announcements from Meta, Google, Amazon, Microsoft. Thousands of people were losing their jobs. I remember reading an online forum, seeing LinkedIn posts from the people I knew, people with families, people who thought their 15 to 20 years of service meant something. And I'm sitting there thinking, I have a surgery in 2 weeks to put a catheter in my chest so I can start dialysis 3 times a week. I need this job, I need this health insurance, but I also knew something that maybe they didn't. None of that matters when the layoffs come. 4 years of service doesn't matter. Your performance reviews don't matter. Your family situations don't matter. When they decide to cut, they cut. When sitting there about to start dialysis, I realized, oh, I can't control whether I keep my job, but I can control whether I panic when I lose it. Now, let me tell you what's it like to be on dialysis while working full-time. You go to the dialysis center 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for example, 4 hours each time. They hook you up to the machine that filters your blood because your kidneys can't anymore. While you're sitting there, watch your blood go through the tubes, you feel exhausted. You have brain fog. You're anxious about missing work. And you're terrified about what happens if you lose your health insurance. Because dialysis costs thousands of dollars per session. Without insurance, you're done. So when the layoffs kept happening, not just that first big wave in early 2023, but multiple rounds throughout 2023, 2024, I kept thinking, I'm replaceable, especially when I'm sick. When you're healthy, you're valuable. When you're sick, you're a liability. That's just the truth nobody wants to say out aloud. And here is something I didn't expect. Dialysis makes you stupid. Not permanently, obviously, but when your body is failing and when your kidneys aren't working, your brain doesn't work right either, because all the toxins that are being built in the body ultimately seep into your brain, like ammonia or urea. I've been in meetings trying to follow along, and it felt like everyone was speaking underwater. I could hear the words, but processing them took twice as long. I would write code, and things that used to take me an hour would take me 3 hours. Simple bugs would frustrate me because I couldn't think clearly. And the whole time I'm thinking, if they figure out I'm not performing at 100%, I'm done. So I didn't tell anyone, except just my manager. I just pushed through. I go to dialysis in the morning, feeling like garbage, then log on to work and pretend everything was fine. Because what else was I supposed to do? Admit I was sick? Admit I couldn't keep up? That's how you get put on the list sometimes. The first big wave of layoffs happened in early 2023. Thankfully, I've survived. But there were multiple smaller rounds. Every few months, more people were gone. And every time I would think, this time it could be me. Because I knew I wasn't performing at my best. I knew my brain was foggy. I knew I was taking more time for dialysis appointments. I was a perfect person to cut. But I survived again and again. And you knew what I learned? You can't predict layoffs. You just can't. Those people who got laid off weren't all low performers. Some were great engineers. Some had gotten promoted. Some had been there for decades. It's not about you. It's about spreadsheets, budgets, executives, capital allocations, and mainly executive leadership making those decisions in conference rooms. You are replaceable, I am replaceable, we are all replaceable. That's just how it works. You know what scared me more than the layoffs? Losing my health insurance. Because dialysis without health insurance is like $10,000 per month or more. Nobody has that kind of money. So my fear wasn't just, what if I lose my job? It was, what if I lose my job and can't find another one because I need time off for dialysis 3 times a week? What if I'm too sick to interview? Well, what if companies see me as a risk because of my medical condition? These are the fears that keep me up at 3 a.m. when you're on dialysis. Not the aspirational career stuff, the survival stuff. During those 2 years on dialysis from early 2023 to early 2025, I kept asking myself, was it worth it? All those years grinding in tech, working long hours, chasing promotions, proving myself for what? To end up on dialysis, barely able to function, hoping I don't get laid off so I can keep my health insurance. That's the question a lot of people are asking on a couple of YouTube channels, right? Some people have worked 25 years, they did everything right, and they still laid them off. Was it worth it? I don't have an answer. I'm still processing it, but I do know this. Those people who say your health comes first have never had to choose between the health and their health insurance. When you are sick, you can't put your health first. You have to keep working because that's how you pay for treatment. It's a trap, and most people don't see it until they are in it. Here's what I learned sitting through the dialysis chair 3 times a week for 2 years. Everybody's replaceable. It is true. Your company will survive without you. Your team will survive without you. Life goes on. Your body can fail faster than your career can save you. I've spent 20 plus years building my career. My kidney failed in few years. Health doesn't care about your career trajectory. The hustle culture doesn't work in most of the scenarios. You can't hustle your way through dialysis. You can't 10x your productivity when your brain is foggy and your body is shutting down. All those productivity gurus, they're healthy, easy to hustle when you feel good. What actually matters when you're sitting in that chair, watching your blood being filtered through tubes, you're not thinking about your next promotion. You're thinking about your family, your kids, whether you'll be around to see them grow. That's what matters. Not the job title, not the salary, not the stock options. And you can survive more than you think. I didn't think I could work full time while on dialysis, but I did. I didn't think I could survive multiple rounds of layoff while being sick, but I did. I didn't think I could keep going on for 2 years like that, but I did. You're stronger than you think, but you shouldn't have to be. Thankfully, in Jan 2025, I got a cadaver kidney transplant. I'm recovering now, I'm off dialysis, I'm healthier than I've been in a decade. And you know what I'm grateful for? Not a transplant itself, not even my health. I'm grateful I survived those 2 years without completely falling apart, financially, emotionally, physically. I'm grateful I kept my job throughout all of it, not because I love my job, but I needed to survive. I'm grateful for that perspective because now I see someone getting laid off. I don't think they must have been a bad employee. I think that could have been me. That should have been me. I was lucky. That's all. And if you're watching and nodding along, I get it. You worked hard, you sacrificed, you thought loyalty mattered, and the layoffs came anyway. If you're dealing with health issues while trying to keep your job, I really get it. You're terrified of losing your health insurance, you're exhausted, you're trying to keep up while your body is failing, and you're wondering if it's all worth it. I don't have answers, I'm still figuring out myself, but I will say this, you're not alone. There are thousands of us going through this, trying to survive, trying to keep our jobs, dealing with stuff that makes working almost impossible. And we are all just doing our best. That's all any of us can really do. I'm still processing what those years meant. I'm still processing whether all those years in tech were worth it. I'm still processing what I want to do with the rest of my life now that I'm healthy again. I don't have it figured out, and I'm not going to pretend I do. But I want to share this because I think a lot of you are processing similar questions. Was it worth it? What actually matters? How do I move forward after something like this? I don't know yet, but I'm working on it. And if you're working on it too, I see you. If this resonated with you, share it with somebody who might need to hear this. And if you're going through something difficult right now, layoffs, health issues, or just questioning whether it's all worth it, I want you to know you're stronger than you think, but you shouldn't have to be this strong. Take care of yourself however you can. See you next time.